Wow, that was beautiful. Good job, Robin.
Is the stream live?
I believe so. We're in color now. We can actually see each other for a change. Or,
Should I stop acting like an idiot?
Maybe.
Please do.
It's.
So, welcome everyone to the Streamisho, the awesome not Streamisho.
Yeah, for the let's see, which day is it anyway? 16th.
Wednesday.
Of March?
It's the 14th.
14th of December. It's not even March.
Wednesday the 14th, and Wednesday the 14th is the launch date of update 3.4,
with
which brings us
Spectator mode.
Spectator mode.
It's gonna be amazing.
Max Focus, new character.
Yeah.
The Clunk rework.
Finally.
The Malicious Focus skin.
Malicious
And
Max.
a lot of tweaks and fixes and stuffs.
Yeah, a lot of balance stuff has happened since with that new patch, but sadly we're both not balanced people, so we're not entirely sure on the specifics. But we'll have like a nice patchy thing on online for you guys to check out. But let's start with the beginning.
Who are you?
Yeah, and who are you? Exactly. Welcome. I'm Koen. I'm one of the animators at Ronimo Games. Right next to me is
Joost. Hello. I'm a lead programmer at Ronimo. And I've been working on Spectator mode recently.
arguably the most memed member of the cast, for as far as I know, with the all caps Joost whenever something goes wrong.
Is that confirmed?
Yeah, that is confirmed. Today we will be, as we said, we will be talking about the 3.4 launch. We're going to go through some community stuff that happened this week. And we'll, of course, be playing, hopefully, the 3.4 patch with a couple of you guys. And then, see how it goes from there. And we have some cool things to show you, too, like new trailers that were made. For the Clunk rework, we still haven't shown everything. And we haven't shown everything for the Max skin either, for as far as I know. Well, we showed the skin, but not yet the cool promotional stuff. So let's do that too.
Yeah, the Clunk killing spree, right? That's
It's
the thing
gonna
we
be
haven't heard
super
yet.
cool. Yeah, it's amazing. You're in for a treat.
So prepare yourself for some headbanging.
Joost has big plans. But let's start with not actual news. Let's start with the raffle timer. So in the bottom right corner of the screen, which hopefully this time is actually the bottom left corner. Well, I gotta point to the right? It's right here. Yeah, exactly. There's a timer that counts down from 15 minutes to 0. What that actually does is it counts down to raffle types.
Raffle time!
I love that goblin.
Sorry, we have louder microphones now. I shouldn't do that.
Yeah, well, it'll be fine. Don't worry. Once it hits 0, if you have been active in chat, and that means if you've chatted within 15 minutes of that timer, so if you've chatted since the timer has been reset, you are eligible to win either a game key for Awesomenauts or a legendary and very exclusive Roboscoop skin. Which one of the winners of that raffle type will get. We'll raffle 5 winners every round, so you have a pretty big chance of getting in there even. But only one of those 5 will actually have the amazing orange scoop to defeat people with.
I expect I'll have talked in the 15 minutes before that. Am I eligible too? I'd love to get a Roboscoop.
We could probably get you a Roboscoop, don't worry. Yeah. If you can grab your phone or something and just like chat in Twitch, Robin has a chance of raffling you out, and then he's of course obligated not to skip you and call you out as a winner. This is how that works, right?
Ooh, interesting.
But yeah, super cool skin. I can highly recommend you just type in chat. If you already have the game, of course, you can easily give it out. You can post it in chat or whatever, and someone else will pick it up. Just spread the love. Make sure everybody has a game of Awesomenauts, basically.
So, last weekend. What happened last weekend?
Yeah, I actually watched this time. It was pretty intense, and it was really interesting. The losers bracket for...
What was pretty intense, Koen?
The game, not me.
Are we talking about the Rumble tournament?
Yeah, we're talking about the Rumble tournament. There were some really... I saw the losers bracket finale, I believe, between you and Kesnia, which is a team made by Mr. Pillow and his friends, because I think Xenia is hard to pronounce or something. I don't know. I guess it came from there somewhere. But they went head to head, and it's pretty interesting because they're both pretty high profile teams. Like, let's see, you has people like Edstra in there, and Kesnia with Mr. Pillow and stuff is like they're really at the top of the game, both of them, and the exchange is brief but really really like strong. They both came with strong plays, and yeah, it was super entertaining to watch. So we just want to give everybody a shout out. Thanks all of the players for playing, and thanks to Skner and Body Hunter PT for running the casting thing. They were both not native English speakers, but they did a terrific job of just like, doing slow wolf speed style casting where they were actually like, doing play-by-plays and stuff, which I still find really hard to do. So kudos to you guys. And of course, kudos to, Mr. Pillow, Slow Wolf, everybody else who basically attended behind the scenes or, just there for a couple of minutes or whatever. Yeah, super awesome.
So that was the losers bracket.
Right.
The winner of that gets to play against.
They get to play in the semifinals against the losers of the winners bracket, if I'm not mistaken. So the winners bracket fights for a place in the grand finals, and that was won by HGTV. And the losers, no, not HGTV, of Get Juked.
Get Jukes goes into grand
Yeah,
finals.
exactly. And the other team, which lost, which is HGTV, gets to play in the semifinals for that spot in the grand finals. Basically. So it's going to be HGTV versus you, and then whoever wins there gets to play against Get Juked, and whoever wins that wins the Rumble. And we'll actually see both games next weekend on a Sunday, and it's going to be super awesome. So I can highly recommend you guys, take a look. It's going to be at, 7 our time, which is 1 p.m. EST or 10 a.m. Pacific. I'm pretty sure that we'll just, tweet out, Facebook out whenever it's about to go live. So you can just keep track of the social channels, basically, social media channels. And we'll be able to, tune in on time, which is pretty important. But yeah, what's pretty interesting about this particular final is that Get Juked, which has, both Nikki and Body Hunter are both in the finals again of another tournament after already being in the winners of the ALWB Winter finale. So I'm really curious to see if this time they're going to be able to lose basically, or if they'll actually hold on to their title as the best or the tourney winners of the previous tourney. Basically.
So does that mean that Body Hunter is going to cast and comment on his own match?
I hope not. I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of casters, right? And this time Body Hunter basically just casted because he had, because they were looking for casters. He likes doing it, and he wasn't actually playing, which are all like important things to put together. So yeah. I don't think he'll actually cast his own grand finals. That'd be kind of weird even. I'm almost winning, and it was super awesome. Like,
Yeah,
can you
right.
imagine? Yeah.
Can you imagine like a soccer player who's running around in the stadium with a headset,
Yeah,
and
just,
commenting
like,
on his own
screaming.
moves? Oh, look at me taking a shot!
I'm almost about to make the goal, but someone else took the ball from me, and now I'm really sad. Yeah, exactly. That's no good.
Somehow the goalie guessed that I was going to shoot. Maybe it was because I just screamed it through
The
stadium.
giant microphones. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. All right. Let's move on to the next bit.
So the next bit is in January, February, and March. We'll be doing a lot of playtesting internally.
Oh, 3 months even. Wow.
3 months. Yeah, we'll be doing a lot of playtesting.
That's pretty long.
We have a couple of big new things in development that we're not talking about yet, but we are inviting people into the office to play them and sign an NDA to keep it silent for the moment. So these are Awesome Notes things.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, we're looking for playtesters for that. Now this does require visiting our studio in Utrecht in the Netherlands.
Yeah.
So imagine it's mostly feasible for Dutch people. But if you're in Belgium or Germany or you're completely crazy and you want to travel to the Netherlands for this, then yeah, we are looking for people to come to the office, test our new stuff, and give feedback on it.
Yeah.
And then we can work on it, improve it based on that feedback.
And it is like, this is these are big things. It's not just like, you're going to be seeing not everything, but most of the things we've been working on for the past while, I think, even. And it's going to be some pretty rigorous playtesting. So if you have like any strong feelings about, Awesomenauts as a game, we highly recommend that you give the banner in-game or the link that Robin just posted in chat a click and fill it out. I believe the form is in Dutch, but I'm pretty sure that if you're not Dutch but you still want to come and you're able to make it on short notice, that Google Translate is your best friend. You could probably make it out, like what's your first name, what's your last name. Can you give us your email address and stuff? And we will contact you if we have a playtesting session, right?
Yeah, and it's okay if it happens to be on a date where you can't make it. You just say, well, I can't make it that date. That's fine. If you're interested and you potentially want to come, then just fill in the thing.
Right. Oh, yeah, you get thrown into a pool, and we just grab, like, whoever's in that pool, probably.
Yeah, and we send them an invitation.
Yeah,
and,
yeah. Okay.
So...
super awesome.
Secrets.
Yes.
Also, the NDA is not a joke.
Oh yeah, the NDA is actually an NDA, of course. These are like, secrets that we're talking about. So keep it in mind. I don't think anyone has. Everyone's like honored the NDA so far, so it's fine. But yeah, it is not for funsies or anything. We do want to keep this under wraps, basically.
But by the way, the voice that you just heard that did not came out of one
Good
of our
point.
mouths, that was not Koen Belly speaking. He's really good at that as well, but that was not it. That was Robin. Robin is sitting over there.
Hello.
And he's managing the chat and stuff like that.
Indeed.
So, hello, Robin.
Disembodied voice of Robin, who's now behind a wall of TVs since we changed the layout, which is pretty interesting for me. It seems that we're about to start with 3.4 things.
Yeah, so update 3.4 is coming today.
Yeah.
We'll be putting it live during the show.
Mm-hmm.
And as you might know, the new character Max Focus is going to be part of the Overdrive expansion.
Yep.
So
totally true.
Overdrive so far had 3 characters. We're adding a 4th based on popular demand. A lot of people requested that we add more characters to Overdrive.
Right.
And here it is, number 4.
Right.
And in case you don't have Overdrive yet, we will be putting Overdrive on sale starting this evening, but only 2 hours after this show.
Yeah.
Because we cannot put it on, turn on a sale at any random time.
Yeah, it's a Steam thing, right?
It's a Steam thing.
It has to be at 7 our time in order to actually work.
Yeah, so if you wanted to buy to go get Overdrive to play Max Focus, please do. But also, I suggest you wait for 2 hours and grab it in the with a discount.
Exactly, because it's going to be like 35% off, I believe, which is a pretty significant amount for a DLC that adds 4 characters now. So yeah, it's pretty great. But yeah, like Yo said, just hang on to your hats for a little while. Once it hits 7 over here, which, as we said, is going to be at 7. That's an hour and a half, about, I guess, or an hour and 45 minutes, not even, because the first raffle site hasn't happened yet. Then you can pick up the expansion on the cheap, which is pretty great.
Yes.
Do it.
And update 3.4 contains a bunch of other things. So the other paid thing is the Malicious Max skin.
Yeah, which is obviously also an Overdrive thing because it's part of Max Focus's. I mean, it makes sense, right?
Yeah, but it's a separate purchase. It's not like you get it for free if you get the Overdrive DLC.
That is true.
And the other things in the patch are free.
Mm-hmm.
Spectator mode is for everyone. Clunk rework. Clunk is getting completely new graphics.
Yep.
It looks really, really cool.
Yeah.
Actually, I hardly realized how much cooler he looks until I watched a replay of the old Clunk today. And my eyes just started bleeding spontaneously, basically.
He's so old. Why is he so old? Yeah, he looks
why is the new one so
way
awesome?
better. Yeah, he looks way better. Tim did a great job on just reworking the whole kit, and Sonic did a great job on the music too. But we'll get back to that.
Yeah, so his theme song was the shortest in the game. It was only 14 seconds.
Oh wow.
As a Clunk player, I've heard that loop a lot. And now it's well over a minute. It's over 6 times as long. So
Sick. Yeah.
yeah, and it's really cool. It's really good. They did some crazy guitar riffs on there.
Awesome.
So Max Focus,
Right.
new character.
Yeah.
We've made a nice little trailer of him,
Yeah.
and I think it's time to look at that trailer.
I think so too. For those who haven't seen it yet, we're gonna show you the newly made Max Focus trailer. Once Robin in the back gives me like a hand or something, so that I can hit play. I hope you enjoy.
We're allowed to hit play.
Welcome to Channel 7 Galactic News. Tonight, fighting erupts in the Ribbit 4 war zone. 7 judges poisoned in Zork Industries scandal ruling and subdermal parasites. The latest fashion in pets? The following images may be shocking. Special correspondent Max Focus is live at the scene. Got you covered. Let's see that again in slow motion. Action! It's war! We now go live to the site of the killing spree. A real deadline. It's the Slap Sword. For this price, you get not 1 but 2. What an amazing discovery! Another violent night on the battlefield. Bodies piling up everywhere. Channel 7 bringing you the biggest explosions. And that's the way the cookie crumbles. Back to you, Sharon.
And that's how the cookie crumbles. But you already heard that, right?
I love that tagline so much. It's so good.
Yeah, I think Max Focus is really cool. Really love the little new sticker that Ralph put at the bottom. If you happen to be in you call it stockbroker,
Yeah, I think so. Stockbroker? Yeah, probably.
or a banker or something like that, don't invest in bovinian milk right now. As you might have noticed, bovinian milk is going down.
Barrel scales is where it's at, I believe. That's like they're rare enough for the price to go up, and you'll probably be able to make a nice profit. Just buy them. Buy lots of them. It's fine.
So I have all my money invested in bovinian milk, so I'm basically. But
I hope not. You still have to. Oh, it's fine. It's fine. We'll get.
good thing that I like milk.
You'll have a lot of it. Yeah. Okay. And let's see. Yeah, we've already discussed Max Focus for a while. You've already seen him in game, even. The patch, like Joost already said, is going to have a lot of other things. Amongst others are balance changes, of course, which Joost and I are not super. What do you call them? We're both not super good with the balance things, but we do know that a lot of them have been made in combination with the community. Jasper and now Dave has had a lot of talks with people, a lot of back and forth, like what can we do to make it better. And I believe the list that came out of it was like, both parties liked it. So both you guys said that it was good, and both we thought that it was good. So that's really nice. It's really nice to see that we have found a way to interact with the players, basically, who have the most amount of hours in the game out of everybody, and we've been able to address your balance concerns in a way that you guys also deem reasonable. Dave is going to have this communication has happened through something called the
Conference calls.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of different communication channels now. Like we discuss things with players in the forums.
Oh yeah, right.
There's a Google Doc, I think, where people give feedback on specific proposed balance changes.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's the conference calls where for each call a couple of people talk directly with Jasper or Davey.
Yep, exactly.
About balance, share their frustrations, share their opinions on what should be changed, and just a talk on Skype or something like that.
Yeah, it's on Skype. It's a nice outlet. There's for those interested, in case you don't know where to go yet, there's a nice forum topic on the forums, obviously, where on the official Astronauts forums, where you can find a way to get in touch with Dave right now, who's going to be doing the conference calls for the next couple of weeks. And address your balance concerns, basically, and see what we can do to make your life better.
So like half a year ago, something like that, we got quite a lot of comments from the community that they thought we weren't communicating well enough. We were definitely putting a lot of effort into communication at that point.
Yeah.
But apparently some of it not in the right way. I don't know, but at least we've been trying to change some stuff. We have like all this balance stuff is a lot more open now, and we discuss it a lot more with the community. Another thing is that I've recently started writing these status update posts on the forums, which basically just summarize all the news that we've revealed recently.
Yep.
And a bunch of other things. So we've basically been trying to up our game there, based on community requests, basically.
Exactly.
But
For the love of God, give them
just raffle sites. Yeah,
Yes.
I know, but
raffle site!
we're just stalling. It's fine. Don't worry. Yeah, raffle site has happened. Do you want to do the first batch?
Okay, so the winner of a Roboscoop skin and Awesome Nuts is
Iso Koala?
Iso Koala.
Or is O Koala?
I don't know, but you gotta sing it. That's
Okay.
the key to it. So Iso Koala
I'm not a good
wins
singer, though.
a Roboscoop skin and a game key, and a Roboscoop skin is an exclusive thing. You cannot buy it. You can only get it through this raffle site thing or similar events when you meet us, things like that.
Right.
And then there's 4 winners for a game key,
Mm-hmm.
and those are
Oh God, you want me to sing now? No, I'm not gonna sing. It's gonna be Janesh, Sam Knotts. Congratulations, Sam. I'm sure that you don't have any keys yet. Pedo Curio and J Balla 14. Congratulations. Iso Koala also got a Awesomenauts game key for him to either use himself or hand out to friends. Cool.
So if you're one of those 5 people, you'll get your keys through a Twitch PM private message. A lot of people don't seem to know these even exist. They do exist.
Yeah.
So if you just won, be sure to check your Twitch inbox thingy and look for the key there.
Yeah, it's just twitch.tv/inbox, and you should directly be at the right URL, basically, for you to claim your key. All right.
So, next thing, the Malicious Max skin.
Right.
So I think we've shown the splash art for him, but has he been shown in-game yet?
He's been shown in game last stream.
Okay.
But just like Max, we didn't have a trailer yet, and now we do. So we'd like to show that off real quick for those who haven't seen the last stream either. It's a nice little recap, so you can see like what changes exactly, because there's a lot that changes. He gets, obviously he gets a skin, but he also has like new sound effects. He has a nice new voice that really adds to the character. And I believe he also has tie-ins with Kethgar, which is like the god of something bad, at least, that Wraithlord Scoop also serves. So that's really cool.
And the
really
Scree announcer, I think. He also references
yeah.
Blood for the Blood God!
Yeah, right. And he also has Blood God ties in. Yeah. So super cool. We're going to watch that right now once Robin does the switchy thing. And then we'll be back in a sec.
Hang on.
We're not going to be back in a sec. There's a spacebar right here, by the way. I'm going to press it. Yeah.
I live for Cathcar. Eyes forward. Eye popping. Oh. Slow down. I spot a non-believer. Good. Ooh, Cathcar, this one's for you.
Yay.
So, Malicious Max, new
There
skin.
you have it. Yeah.
So it's an eyeball in a mouth. And
Yeah,
he
not
shoots,
very practical.
The eyeball goes out, and it's super gruesome. So, yeah, we kind of went all out on that, which is good.
Yeah, he's super cool. He also has, just like you saw, it's a nice recap. He has all of his skills are reworked. They're all like nice tie-ins to the spooky kind of gross, thing that we went for. So if that's your thing, if you really dig it, like we said, once patch 3.4 goes live, which is going to be later this stream, you can get yourself a Malicious Max skin. Cool.
So for anyone who joined in late, this is the Awesomenauts Streamisho.
Right.
And today marks the release of update 3.4, brings a new character, clunk rework, spectator mode, new skin, a lot of things, and we'll be putting it live during the stream.
Yeah, the list goes on, man. All right. So what about all those people who already think I have enough with just the base game of Astronauts? They also get cool stuff, like we already talked about, the clunk rework and the clunk killing spree, which nobody has heard as of yet.
Well, we have.
Well, we have. Okay, fair.
No one outside Ronimo and Sonic Picnic has heard it yet.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. So we are going to... we've already revealed that it was coming, obviously, because with the rework, we've already said many times he's going to also get a new soundtrack and stuff, and a new killing spree, which obviously kind of is a given after you're redoing the soundtrack too. But now we're ready to actually let you guys listen to the clunk rework.
Why
And
not launch the patch first?
Okay, so what's going to happen is Robin is going to launch the patch.
oh yeah, cool. Okay.
Then you can restart your Steam to force Steam to start downloading the patch if it doesn't do so automatically.
We should probably
and
do
then
that too.
We should probably do that too. And then by the time the well, we're up to date, right?
We should be, yeah.
We don't have the patch yet. Okay,
No.
we don't have the patch yet apparently. So by the time the clunk killing spree is done, some people will already have the patch or almost have the patch, and we can play some matches in the live update 3.4.
Yeah, and in the meantime, while everybody's downloading, we'll just we'll have you guys give you guys an update on the Artbook, which sounds like a good idea, I think.
Oh yeah, we'll do that after the killing spree.
Right.
So Robin, is the
Yes.
patch live?
It is not, but do you want me to click it?
Click the button.
Click it. Click it.
Click
Click
the
it.
Now everybody can already hear the killing spree. Yes.
Yeah.
It's live.
It's
Live.
publishing.
Live.
Is the patch live?
It
The patch is going
is
live.
now live.
Oh,
Woo!
neat. All
The
right.
patch is live. Fist bump of doom.
Nice. My face. How dare you? How dare you strike my face? No, it's fine. Anyway, so yeah, you guys can now... the patch will roll out. It won't be a simultaneous process because of the way that Steam works, obviously. So some people will get it a bit later than others, I believe.
Well, usually if it doesn't download immediately, just restart Steam, and in most cases it'll start downloading.
Oh, that's a
immediately
good
then.
way of going about it. Yeah, cool. Because
That's
I've heard this a couple of times with people having issues.
Yeah, sometimes
basically.
for a rare number of people it might take up to 24 hours before Steam actually downloads the patch.
Whoa, crazy.
But there are some tricks like restarting Steam or running Verify Integrity that can force Steam to start downloading it.
Okay, cool. So you've heard it here. If it's not happening immediately, do the tricks that you just said. Either verify your integrity or restart Steam, and then it'll probably happen.
Is it downloading for us?
I don't know. I can check. Let me see. Because that would actually be a really good thing, yeah. I have one item complete. And it was completed in the afternoon, so no. So we're going to force this. And then once I've hit this button, which will mean that it will start downloading,
I hope so.
let's listen to the clunk killing spree.
So, are you ready to headbang?
No.
Oh.
I'm definitely not ready to headbang.
So, we won't be able to actually hear the clunk killing spree ourselves, so if my headbanging turns out to be totally out of tune, out of rhythm, then... sorry, I'm not actually hearing anything.
Fair enough. Alright, I'm curious to see what happens. Robin, are you ready?
Ready?
Alright, 3, 2, 1... So the killing spree has completed, and I have almost completed this amazing verify integrity.
It was super metal.
Yes, so that was the Clunk Rework Killing Spree, a new extended killing spree, which is really awesome.
No longer 15 seconds. That's already a win, but yeah, Sonic did a great job on making a new riff for it and like adding a couple of layers to the music that wasn't there before, I believe, which is super cool. Yeah, good job once again. Like it really fits the rework itself. I'm really happy about like what happened with the whole package. Basically, that's what she said. All right.
So the patch is downloading for us as well. According to Steam, it's still about 1.5 minutes left.
Yeah.
So we gotta fill with random stuff until that time.
Well, the art book.
Oh, the art book. Oh, that's not random stuff. That's really cool stuff.
Yeah,
actually.
yeah. Important things
So,
even. Yeah.
the art book.
Right. So the art book's going to be arriving later this week. It's not going to be today. The reason
What
for
art
this...
book, Kun?
What art book? The Astronauts art book, obviously. 400 pages of like amazing artwork made over the years from the very early stages of development, where it was still Project Shangri-La, if I'm not mistaken, to
Oh yeah, right.
yeah, to all the way to Max Focus, if I'm not mistaken. We have finally compiled a giant document that features all of the art of that entire period for people to enjoy. Sadly, for now, it is only for the Kickstarter backers, those that have backed the Starstorm campaign that happened a while back, on a tier of €50 or dollars, I believe, or higher, which I think is silver tier. They're still... I see Robin shrugging, so it's fine. I made a guess. Hopefully I'm right.
Bronze, I think.
We still have to dot some I's and cross some T's before we can actually start distributing it. There were just a couple like small, credits that weren't given where they were due and stuff. And we really do want to make sure that that is like, done correctly. That people receive the art book also, if we have a fan art section, for instance, if they see their own fan art in the art book, that we also say thank you, which is the proper thing to do, right? So it's going to be delayed just a little bit, but later this week is only 2 days at most, so it's not going to be that big a deal.
That's the plan, right, Robin? That we'll distribute the art book later this week?
Yes, if you back the campaign
Right.
At the $50 or above tiers, you will receive an email or have it added to your Humble Rewards page if you already have one.
Right,
So in case the volume of that was too low, Robin just said, if you backed the Starstorm campaign, then you'll be getting at the proper level, you'll be getting either an email or the art book will be added to your Humble Bundle rewards page.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's how we'll be distributing it.
If for whatever reason your email address has been lost in time, because it's been a couple of years, right? People change their emails and stuff. If after Friday you're still experiencing trouble receiving the art book, while you rightfully should, just send us an email at robin@ronimo-games.com and we'll sort it out for you. Make sure that you still receive the art book as promised.
Please only send that after Friday.
After Friday, yeah, because the distribution itself only happens on Friday, right, at the earliest. So if you don't have the art book before that, that's completely logical and well within like what we expect to happen, basically. All right.
So the art book was for the Kickstarter campaign. So it should. Oh wow! You still have the game open. So it's a bit late. That's why we also made it a lot bigger than was originally the plan. Originally, it would just be an art book of the Starstorm campaign, I think.
Yeah. Of the
now
map,
it's
I think.
The complete Astronaut story. It's much bigger, and we think that's a nice compensation for that. It took a bit too long.
Yeah.
Well, a bit.
Well, and the comments are also really nice. They really give you a good in-depth look at a couple of like specifics on how the art was made and what kind of process we went through in order to basically get to the place where we are now with the current Astronauts art and the current visual style, which I think is really cool. And it has something about normal mapping even, I believe, about like the water at the bottom and stuff. Yeah, that's... Right. Which you've already detailed in your blog too, by the way. If people, shameless plug. If people are interested in more like the more techie side of the art, Joost has a personal blog where he basically lays bare almost all of the tricks we use to
A lot of them.
yeah, exactly, which is really really cool for people to like, take a look at and just figure out how things are made, basically. Make it work, Yost. We're obviously stalling for
Well, we were stalling for that the game wasn't started yet.
but now it is. Oh,
Well, I
no,
hope
it
so.
is. Yeah, it is. It's just being a meanie. I'm gonna fix it. Look.
Hey, look, it's awesome.
It's awesome.
Or at least we're seeing awesome. Not you're probably still seeing us.
Yeah.
That's alright.
So,
Alright.
let's see. How about we check whether there are any live matches already that we can spectate?
Oh yeah, showing off Spectator mode would be pretty interesting. I totally agree. So you've also worked on, because you've worked on Spectator mode, right? You've also worked on this cool algorithm that like picks out, or not you, but Tice, I believe did, the other coder who also works on Spectator mode, on like an algorithm to pick certain matches and place them like.
Yeah, so we have a system that automatically chooses the coolest match of the day and places that at the top of the featured list. Obviously, there's none there yet because the patch only launched a couple of minutes ago.
There's one live though.
Well, of course, there's a live match. And then there's a list of featured matches. Those are some of the matches that are live at the moment and that the system expects will be interesting enough. Of course, featured matches are chosen early in the match, otherwise it's not a live match.
Yeah, exactly.
So the system doesn't know whether it will actually be a fun match.
Oh no, we gotta enable it. Yeah, go on. I'm being dumb. Sorry, it's fine. Okay.
So yeah, but you can have a look at some of the coolest matches happening at that moment.
Yeah.
And, let's have a look at this one. Robin, is the screen?
It is.
Is the game already being shown?
All right,
People
cool.
have been watching Kuhn fiddle with the options
Hey,
menu.
hey,
Oh, nice.
they've been watching me turn on and off global chat, like a dummy. Yeah. So, this is the new Spectator menu, right? It doesn't look that different from the replays menu. So what exactly?
Well, this is live. The old replays menu had the replays on your hard disk, while this one
Right.
has the replays that are has the matches that are happening live. These are not replays; they are live matches.
Right. So if
Well-
we were to double click this or click watch, we could just start watching, right?
Yes,
This should just
I'm
work.
going to pray it works.
It-
This is the first time I'm
course
seeing this happen in the
Of
live.
course it works. Look, of course it works. See, we have a Max Focus playing, and we have a Finny, a Lone Star, two Maxes. So Max Focus is already being thoroughly tested. A new Clunk.
Ooh, chicken clunk.
Yeah, that's a
Nonetheless,
super cool skin. I really love that. And a Penny, who is now
a
dead.
dead penny. That's a really good moment to switch to penny.
It's amazing. Yeah, look at this amazing sky that's like going really fast.
Let's not look at that
Anyway.
amazing sky, Kun.
All right, fine. But yeah, so you can also do this while you're queuing, right? If I were to queue and I'd start spectating, I can just kind of
Yes.
watch these games as I'm trying to play a game.
Yes, so that's
Okay.
that's a great thing to do while waiting. You can also share the match ID for a match with your friends and have them look at it.
Okay. I believe it's in the escape menu here. No, it's not in the escape menu. It's in the escape menu for the players. Then I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, during the match.
Yeah, right. But we can't share it here. But we can share it if we're in the featured menu still.
Yeah,
There's a very small copy button. I'll show you in a second, where you can just click it. It will copy the string to your clipboard, and you can just paste it after. And watch it together basically, or watch your friends, or watch a specific game, which is really nice for tournament organizers. Aw, no invite from Ed.
We don't
Are
need
you
an
gonna play?
invite. No, well, I'm going to click
You're
through
gonna
this
show- Yeah,
without
no, yeah, good
bending
idea.
over all the time.
No, that's a good idea.
So this is a live match,
Right.
but we can still it also behaves as a replay. So I can go back in time and have a look at whatever happened at some other time during the match.
Right.
We can look at some statistics, like okay, what items did everyone buy?
And this is at that time, right? It's not a current. Oh yeah, it isn't.
It's
Oh,
the
that's
it's
awesome.
the items they had at the time that we're looking at.
That's awesome. Okay, cool. So it's basically, remember how most of the tourney organizers these days, they have to like set up this weird Dropbox thing.
Oh yeah, it's horrible. Yeah.
This is like the nice version the nice version plus of that Dropbox thing, right? People can actually just now, theoretically speaking, the Rumble could use Spectator mode to cast their grand finals.
Yes. Indeed.
That's awesome. All right, super cool.
So as you can see here, once every 10 seconds it updates how long the match is. So if you drag this thing too far, then you'll get this, because it's only once every 10 seconds do you get new data. So you should always be a little bit behind on the real lifetime.
Right.
Game automatically does that when you select a match, of course. But if you're skipping through time, then you can click anywhere.
Okay.
Yeah.
Speaking of skipping through time, we've already skipped 15 minutes ahead, which means that it's once again Raffle time. So let's announce the new set of 5 winners who all won an Awesome Nuts key to play the game, essentially. And one of the lucky winners also won a Roboscoop key, which is an exclusive skin that you can only get right now anyway, during these streams.
Yes, and that when we're at events, then you might be able to get one from us directly.
Oh yeah, if we're there, yeah, of course.
But you cannot buy it.
No.
You'll have to win it. And the new Raffle site has 5 winners already.
Mm-hmm. It is Satosha who won both the key and the Roboscoop. So congratulations on that.
Satosha.
I love your singing click. It's pretty on key too, which is nice. And for the others, there is someone who I can't pronounce, which is great. R4 Bisco.
R4 Bisco.
Nice. Stroomschok. Crafted Nightmares. Nice. And Elchame 1.
Elchame 1.
They all won.
He won.
They won, indeed. Nice. They all won an actual Awesome Nuts key. So if you already have the game, be sure to give it to your friends or something, or save it, or donate it to a tourney, or whatever. And otherwise, redeem the game and start playing. It's a pretty cool 2D MOBA, if I say so myself. Right on my sayings. But yeah, so let's go back to the amazingness that is 3.4 then. So that was Spectator.
Are there any other matches there yet?
It should be. I'm sure.
Well, it'll probably be a while for the next matchmaking round.
Okay, how come?
Well, matchmaking happens once every 5 to 8 minutes, depending on how many players there are.
Okay.
Now, the new patch has only been downloaded by a couple of people yet.
Right.
So there's not a lot of people playing it yet. So
Right.
matchmaking happens once every 8 minutes.
Okay, yeah.
So, yeah, we need to wait for the next round to happen.
It's also true that the games themselves, it takes a while for the games to actually get put on the featured list, right? Because of the algorithm that like chooses games that are interesting that have people playing, or is that not the case?
It's featured matches are determined quite early in the match.
Okay.
But indeed not at the very first second.
Right. It just looks at like, is the match cool, and then based on secret, factors, it either features it or it doesn't.
Yes.
Right? Yeah, okay.
So what you see here is the friend matches. Live are both live matches that my friends are playing right now, and previous matches that they played.
Okay.
And as you can see, there are 3 live matches happening right now.
Yep. These can also be custom games, right?
Oh, let's see. We can see the next matchmaking round just happened. So there are 3 live matches here to spectate right now in the featured list.
Cool.
Which are probably roughly the same ones. Oh, and here's a 4th one. So let's have a look at a ribbit match, I guess, because there's a lot of ribbit matches here.
Okay. Before you go into the match, could you show the copy feature for people?
Oh, yeah. So the match has a number here, and if I press copy match ID, then I can paste it. So, for example, I could paste it here.
They can see that.
Sorry?
They can see that. They can see the other side of your screen.
They can see the other side of my screen?
Yeah.
What does that mean? Oh, okay. Okay. Behind
our
is a little
faces are
box
actually here.
where I could paste something, but it's not visible here. Okay, I could paste.
You can paste it in global chat, yeah.
So this is the number, and I just pasted it in global chat. In case you're wondering, is that an O or a 0, or is that a 1 or an L, or an I? I think the system automatically figures that out. Oh, not the L. The 1 and the I are automatically swapped, and the O and the 0. So Doesn't
Yep.
matter whether you type an O or a 0.
Yeah, we made it in such a way that those annoying typos basically cannot happen.
So let's have a look at this match and see what's happening. Oh, so here's another Clunk. This is the Creeper Clunk skin. The Creeper Clunk is actually a pretty special skin. Because you cannot buy it. The way to get it is to kill someone who's playing with the Creeper Clunk skin.
Oh, right. You get an achievement then, I believe. And then once you have the achievement, you actually get the skin yourself to use. And then if you get killed, other people who killed you will get the skin themselves, right?
Yeah, right. So it's like a virus.
That's awesome.
When we launched the skin, only we had it, and then we played online.
Oh, yeah,
and
that
then,
was really cool.
especially that one match where I didn't get killed even once. It was really nice because there were three opponents who really wanted the skin, and none of them got it.
That's awesome.
I mean,
Good
they
job.
have to fight for it, right?
Yeah,
They don't play well enough,
obviously.
they don't get it.
Oh,
So
this is
by now, a lot of people already own the Creeper Clunk skin, but if you're a new player, then a match like this is your opportunity to get it.
awesome.
We also still regularly see people ask for it on the forums, like, can someone set up a custom game with me? I want the Creeper Clunk skin. So they look for
Oh
people
yeah,
to
I see
share
this
it.
on the Steam forums too. Yeah, just people like trying to set up a nice custom game to just
Yeah, right.
juke it out, basically. That's cool.
Oh, so here's Stroomskok.
Yeah,
which is
the actual
guy who
winner.
just won.
Yeah, exactly.
A key. So he's using his key right away.
Obviously.
Or maybe he already had the key. I don't know about
He redeemed his key, got a Creeper Clunk, and got into a live game right before we even clicked the button. That would be incredibly impressive. But this is Spade and Ubi, who are both really high league players. Even I think maybe the Xenia is also. Jackman TV. I've never heard of him.
Let's click this thing. We can see the
Oh yeah.
see the
Even
names there,
better.
right?
No.
Oh no, it doesn't.
No,
show
you
the
can
names.
only show. You can only see the
Okay.
items.
So we have in this match Spade, Jackman TV, Ubi, Espo,
Never heard of him.
Peppery, and
Stroomskok.
Stroomskok.
The grand winner of the keys. Yeah.
Here's a question.
There's a question. Oh no.
Can you see the match during character select when matchmaking? Oh, the match ID. Yes, you can.
Yes, you can.
Yes,
yeah,
you
right.
can.
Well, while matchmaking, not while matchmaking, but during character select, yes.
Yeah, on the bottom left of your screen, in character select, there will be, or top right, top left, either of the two. I can't remember from the top of my head, but there will be a match ID with a copy button once again, so you can easily copy it to clipboard. And the same for while you're in game. If you hit escape, you'll also see your match ID while you're in game. So there are basically plenty of locations where you can give the match ID to whoever it is you think should have your match ID.
So one thing to note here is that the spectating a match only starts a half a minute after the match started.
Oh right, yeah.
That's because it would be very abusable if people could spectate and see what's happening right away. Like one of your friends could watch the match and tell you when there's an invisible Leon going around.
Yeah, exactly.
So there's a half a minute delay.
Mhm.
But it also means that if you share the match ID while you're still in character select, there's nothing to watch yet.
Right. You
So-
have to wait until they're actually 30 minutes into the game before
30 seconds.
oh yeah, not minutes. Wow,
30
that
seconds,
would be
yeah.
amazing.
So you have to wait for that, and then you can then the other person can actually watch the match. So he'll already have the match ID if you share it during character select,
Mhm.
but he'll have to wait until a little bit before he can actually watch.
Okay, cool. Something else that I think is pretty important for some people at least is the incognito mode. Can you?
Yeah, let's have a look at that.
Yeah.
So-
Exactly.
We imagine some people might be worried about their privacy when all of their match-made matches are going to be streamed live.
Exactly.
So there's an option you can set where you can say, well, I want to be incognito in a match. So let's see, this is a match
Yeah, we played
this computer played earlier.
Yep.
If I switch this to incognito,
It's a button on the bottom left where our couch is that you can hit. It will give you a pop-up that asks you if you want to be incognito or not for that specific match. You can also set this as a default, so it will basically be applied every match you play, which is in the general settings, which
So,
is also right behind
anonymous
the couch.
in online replays.
Let me just
It's,
yeah, right there.
over here. And as you can see, if you're anonymous in a replay, then there'll be a little eye, so people can see that you're not sharing your name,
Right,
but they won't be able to see your name.
right,
So as you can see, my name has been replaced by Hunter here.
right.
That should actually be Raylan, but okay, Hunter also works. And if you go into the match, then you'll also not see Ronimo live as a name there anymore. You'll see Raylin as the name. So
Okay, and you can also see the eye icon, which indicates that it's not someone who set their name to Raylin. It's actually someone who chose to be incognito, right?
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
cool.
So this is for those who value their privacy.
Yeah.
And another thing we have for that is that chat in matches is not visible to players who were not in the match themselves.
Right.
So if if it's someone else's match, then you won't see chat at all. And if you were in the match and you look back at your own replay, then you will be able to see your chat. Now,
Which makes sense. Yeah.
chat is uploaded. It's
Okay.
not entirely not there, and this is so that we can handle reports of verbal abuse.
Right.
So
okay.
only Ronimo devs are able to see the chat that happened during a game.
Okay.
Ronimo devs and the people who were in the match.
Right, and the people who are in the match is a logical thing to do, and for us, it's that way we can look at any verbal abuse reports, which makes total sense, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
cool.
do keep in mind if you're going to share all your personal secrets in chat that also other players who might be in the match, like if someone else is streaming on Twitch, then obviously he can
that might not
share,
be a good idea. Yeah.
Then obviously others will be able to see global chat because he's able to see it.
Right.
So yeah, don't treat chat like a private channel or something like that.
Right.
That's not how it works.
Right.
But we do have as much privacy as we can provide there.
Yeah. Okay, that sounds really fair. Cool. Cool.
So we swapped to a new match. In the meanwhile, we're looking at Kamubo, Finn. Oh, the Star Wars character right here. Waddled.
Spodek.
Oh,
Spodek is
real
is one of the
nice. And Glitchy.
Brazilian.
Glitchy.
players. Cool.
So
It looks as if you're just watching a replay, basically. I mean.
yeah, right.
And I guess that's also what you're doing, except you're downloading the match to your computer as you're watching it, right? Or streaming
right.
it, rather.
Yeah, so if you have a very slow internet connection or if you're paying per megabyte, something like that, in some countries that happens,
Yeah.
you can actually disable uploading. During every match there's one uploader,
Okay.
and the game figures out who makes most sense for that. But if you never want to be that uploader, then you can disable uploading here. As you can see, it's disabled here now, so this computer will not upload matches.
Okay.
If no one in the match is willing to upload, then the match will not be spectatable.
Right.
But if there's one person in the match who has this enabled, then others will be able to
Okay, so
spectate.
you also have control over, like, how much you're sending out, basically.
Yeah, right.
Okay, that's really
And
good.
you can, by default, matches with other players in them are spectatable, and matches where it's only you or split screen players, but no other online players are by default not uploaded, so they're not spectatable. But if you do want to upload those, then you can enable that, and then others can watch you play a bot match on your own.
Right, there's a button for that in the options menu, right? Just
Yes.
allow custom games to be uploaded that
Indeed.
just have me. Okay, cool.
So, what's the time, Robin?
It's 6 to 6 our time.
6 to 6. Okay, so we're not going to play a full match here anymore because it's
That's
the stream
pretty
lasts until 6.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have a look at this one for a bit.
Yeah, sounds good.
So, are we seeing any pro tactics here? Well, we see someone dying here.
I honestly wouldn't know. I'm not that much of a caster, but what we do see is that a Gnaw bot has taken the place of the actual Gnaw, I think. Because since the new... since Galatron... bots that are of the same class replaced their players, right? So it was probably Gnaw, or it was one of the the classes that we don't have a bot for yet.
Oh yeah, so it looks like someone rage quitted. So
Well, I
let's
don't
have a...
Let's just look at a full match then. Or maybe try see if you can catch a custom game. Because you can also see the game type on the right hand side, right?
So if we want to see a custom game, then we'll have to go to this tab,
Right.
and there's one here.
Oh yeah,
This is
it also
a,
says custom game right there.
Yeah, this is a custom game between two players. The other ones are regular battle games.
Right, so they're all match made?
Yeah, they're all match made. Yeah, this one was also a custom game, but this one is from before. So this is probably an internal test thing. Yeah, this is Thijs, one of our
It
programmers.
is, yeah.
Thijs is one of the main programmers on the Spectator mode feature, so we see a lot of his matches.
Indeed. So I'll probably see 2 Maxes standing here testing out all the available skills. Yeah, there you go. They all bought the default skills. They don't actually have their solar set to very high, so they're actually planning on just
Playing a real match, right?
play. Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, there's the droids coming in.
Hmm. I really like the new Max. What's also really cool, or what's like technically new about the character, is the tilting of the art, basically, which makes it like super smooth if you aim up or down, so that it rotates nicely along with it. Yeah, exactly. You just kind of wait.
Unlike Yuri, who's more like
yes.
this one's more like.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, the data's out.
Okay, so they probably stopped playing.
Right after testing the base skills, then.
Yeah, right. It's that's the downside of clicking a random custom game, right?
That's fair. You also
look, the next matchmaking round happened, and there's a lot of players now, and there's a lot of matches happening.
That's cool.
Why are there so many Agrion matches?
Yeah, that's a good question. That's that's a coincidence. So the way the game selects a map, is that it looks at what the 6 players in the match played the match before.
Wow, that's
so. Okay. And then from the maps that are left after that, it picks one randomly. Well, in some cases there's no match left, of course.
Right, because
usually there will be at least one match that no one played the match before. So the game strongly prefers giving you a different map.
That's awesome. Wow.
So yeah, you're seeing a lot of Agrion matches here. That looks odd, but it should mean that that most of these players are getting a map that they didn't play before, and that's the thing that's important. The goal is not to have a varied list here. The goal is to have a varied playing experience.
Yeah, exactly.
For the player.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Okay, why didn't I turn my phone off before doing this? So
someone felt it was very important.
This was my neighbor who wants me to help with something in his garden.
Oh, cool.
Literally.
Well, you're gonna help him later tonight, I'm sure.
Well, when it's another day when there's light, but yeah.
Fair enough.
Okay. So yeah, there's a lot more matches to look at right now. Are there any people we know here?
Let's see. Sam. Sam is Sam.
Oh, that's
and
Sam.
Juggler is Esther. So both of these are
okay.
Super high profile people. Super cool.
So the featured matches list that you just saw, it has a couple of basic requirements, and it won't show a match if a match doesn't reach those. Like during the first match, first minute, no one should leave, otherwise you're not going to be featured. There's a bunch of others, and the top one is the one that the game expects will be the coolest match to look at.
Right, yeah, exactly. And after the first day, or after these 24 hours, it's also going to show a match of the day, correct?
Yes, so once per day, it picks the match of the day, and then so that's a replay. That's obviously not a live match.
Yeah.
And that's actually based on an analysis of what happened in the match, and it chooses, well, what it thinks was one of the coolest matches of the day.
Yeah.
Of course, it's an algorithm, so in some cases it might not be the coolest match of the day, but it should be a really cool match.
Yeah, exactly. That's really tense, like nicely balanced teams playing against each other. So yeah, look forward to that. We've tested it internally, of course, with a couple of like seeded replays, basically, and the results we got were exactly what we expected, basically. So yeah, we're really curious to see what comes out of basically a day's worth of playing, which is almost 2,000 matches for it to pick from. Isn't it? Yeah, it's like
something in that order. That's a lot more than we have internally.
Yeah.
So a lot of parts of spectator mode are all about scale, like how many people can watch the same match at the same time.
Yeah.
Match of the day is more awesome if there are more matches to choose from and pick a better match of the day. So there's a lot of things that we have not been able to test internally, but we've been able to test on a technical level, but not really experience how it really works.
Right.
So this is really exciting for us, and I'm actually super happy that it's that everything is still working.
It's working, yeah. But it's super cool, right? If you think about it, this used to take like at least two people's cooperation, and then a whole bunch of hard like setup where you had to do a Dropbox thing. You had to download an external program to sync your Dropbox with the replays folder, and then you'd both have to hit go at the same time. And right now, all you have to do is just hit the watch button, and you're there.
Yes.
Which is amazing. And you can watch, technically speaking, you could watch all replays because each of the games that are uploaded have their unique match ID, which is there for you to basically give to other people so they can fill it out and watch that game. That's amazing. I'm super happy this is finally in there. Like, this is going to be really good for, pro players and tournament scenes, and also for friends who just had, like, hey, you should watch this one match where, I made this amazing triple kill as a Foxy, or like, whatever. Like, there's so much potential there. I think it's really cool.
Yeah, definitely. And also just the way it's a really nice filler for waiting for matchmaking to happen. Like, matchmaking rounds happen every 5 to 8 minutes, and while waiting, you can always just have a look at the match, and it'll just keep doing the matchmaking while you're looking at the match. So there's no
there's no downside to looking, basically.
Yeah, right. There's no downside to looking. As you can see, my party is in the top right here, so I can also still invite people to my party while waiting or while viewing a match.
Yeah, that's really cool. It's a neat feature.
Those moving platforms actually correspond to how they are, because they did not show up correctly in replays before, right?
Yeah, the OS fixes.
There's a couple of fixes to replays that we've done with this update, and one of them is that we fixed the moving platforms. They used to work, but they broke about a year ago. I actually didn't realize they did until I and when I saw it, I immediately fixed it. Other people had seen it. It was in our bug list. It's just not something that I had seen.
Right.
And another thing that we fixed is that when someone buys an item, you see a little notification in the bottom right. It shows you what item was bought.
Oh yeah, right.
Like there's one right now. Ted bought a Starstorm statue.
Yeah.
And those were pretty bugged.
Okay.
I think on average they would show about 75% of everything that happened. There was a specific pattern to when it wouldn't show, but it seemed very random, and I rebuilt that so that it actually works now.
That's awesome.
So that should show all the items. Unless 20 are bought in the same seconds, then it can't show all of them because it doesn't fit. But
right, fair enough.
Beyond that, it should show all the items.
That's really cool. It's really nice that you've been able to give some extra tender love and care to the replays, so that there would be extra shiny when Spectator mode.
Yes.
And with that, I think it is 6 o'clock, and it is also Raffle time.
Raffle time! Raffle time!
The winner. Oh yeah, your water.
Almost pushed over the thingy with my water.
Oh, that's fine. It's still standing.
Is that just regular water, Yost?
It's special water.
Well, judging by how much of an idiot I am during streams, it gotta have something weird in it. But it's just regular Dutch tap water, so you can guess that there's weird stuff in Dutch tap water.
If you end up playtesting the secrets at Ronimo, you'll experience genuine Yost's tap water and get to, get all of the magic inside of you yourself.
Yes. You'll also be able to sing really badly.
Exactly. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Okay, so let's do the final winners then. The Roboscoop and GameKey has been won by Pato Curio.
Pato Curio!
So congratulations on that. Like we said before, this key you can only get at streaming shows or events, which we're currently not attending.
Any?
Yeah, exactly. So basically during streaming shows or when encountering us in real life, of course. So congratulations on that. And the game key has been won by the game keys have been won by Auto Refresher 2.
Auto Refresher.
Newcastle M Hull.
Newcastle M Hull. Is that the city Newcastle? Is that near Hull? Hull is also a city in England, right?
Is it? I don't know. I know about Newcastle. I just never heard of Hull before, but it probably is. Let's see. Skywolf Apples.
Skywolf Apples.
And Bipio.
Bipio.
So congratulations on all you 4 guys on winning a game key. You can redeem it right now if you want. If you don't have the game yet, if you already do, be sure to give it to a friend, and share the Awesome Nuts amazingness with them, which now finally has Spectator mode after all this time. Spectator mode!
Spectator mode!
Spectator mode! And the amazing Clunk rework, the new Overdrive character. It's really hard to stay focused this way. But yeah.
Come on, Kuhn, you can do it.
I can do it. Okay. Let's see. Max focus for Overdrive and
lots of balance tweaks and
changes.
fixes.
Yeah, an amazing amount of balance tweaks and fixes. And we will probably see you guys next week.
Yeah, a couple of closing words.
Oh.
So
go for it.
Update 3.4 is live now. The next big patch is coming somewhere in February or March.
Okay.
That's the plan at least.
That's pretty
And it
quick
will
again, by
have-
the way.
That's pretty quick. Again. And it'll have the level editor.
Oh, sick. Oh, wow.
So
So
at least that's the plan. That's what we're going for. We'll have to see whether we will actually make it. But the
Mhm.
plan is to have the level editor be the next major update, coming in a couple of months.
Yeah,
Update
that's-
3.4 just went live.
Mhm.
And beyond that, for the rest of 2017, we have a lot of really big plans that we're not talking about yet. Secrets.
Definitely secrets.
So yeah, and maybe some other stuff in update 3.5. We haven't decided all the details yet because it's still a little bit away.
Yeah.
So yeah, having said that, enjoy update 3.4.
Yeah, I hope you all do.
Enjoy Max Focus. Enjoy Spectator mode. Enjoy the Clunk rework, and see you next week.
Take care.